Welcome back to Y Stadium Supremacy 7, and it is the penultimate bout of the evening. It's the heavyweight championship fight between Marc "Tank" Creedy, Sam "Striker" Brown, the local boy from Strikeforce.
His name's Sam Brown. He's a bit of a striker, can eat a punch. He's good at standing up. He's fit, concrete worker, family man. He's a primo dude.
Yeah, just I've seen him fight. I've talked to him, and pretty much that's it. But yeah, he seems like a nice guy. Yeah.
Well, not a lot of words from the two heavyweights. Sam "Striker" Brown, massive experience advantage with 16 fights under his belt. Tank Creedy has only 5 fights for 3 wins and 2 losses as Terry Hill gets us underway for the New Zealand heavyweight crown.
I like that look of Marc Creedy as well. He looks like old school fighter Tank Abbott from the USC.
That'd be why they call him Tank, wouldn't it?
It could be. He's built like a tank.
Yeah, he's even adopted the goatee. He, of course, is a Palmerston North fighter. You can see he's the shorter of the two and clearly the heavier. Sam "Striker" Brown, 98 kilos, looking fit and trim. He's got a dangerous left hook. He doesn't tend to throw a straight right hand. It tends to be hooked. And Creedy immediately going in, looking for a takedown, looking to get his man on the ground. Sam "Striker" Brown just relaxed in there, not really doing a lot. Just not allowing the takedown. Creedy hasn't really changed up. He's not looking for a single leg at this point.
He's just trying to keep his weight pressed up against Sam onto the cage. Trying to get those double underhooks and drop down and pull those legs out. But Sam's doing well to reverse that.
Now just a battle for position. The arms on the inside. A couple of little rabbit punches there. Thinking about the guillotine. With the arm in. Could be a bit arm fatiguing there and decides better of it. Creedy continuing to push him up against the cage. It's really just a battle of the big boys looking for control. A couple of right hand uppercuts there. Pounding against the chest of Sam "Striker" Brown as Creedy pushes him back up against the cage. And Sam "Striker" Brown back out into striking distance. Creedy coming in with the... Oh, Brown going to town. Creedy hanging on for dear life as those punches. It's a Donnybrook brawl. Creedy now reversed into the cage. Sam "Striker" Brown where he wants to be. Big left hook. Eating that one up.
Called the striker, Sammy.
Well, Creedy took a big left hook and a couple of shots along the way. Given room, Sam "Striker" Brown using his superior striking ability. Not surprising given he comes from Strikeforce. Now, however, he's back against the cage. Looks like Creedy's looking for a single leg.
Creedy's doing well not to give Sam space to throw those strikes.
Geez, he's got some lead content in his chin. He took one of those big left hooks, clean on the whiskers, and there's plenty of those.
Brown going low for those legs. He wants to pull those legs out. He wants to put Marc Creedy on his back.
Creedy just defending there. Position reversed for the first time in the fight, really, with Sam Brown on the attack. Creedy pressed up against the cage. Sam Brown looking for he's got hold of one leg, had hold of one. He's given that up, now goes back to being pressed against the cage by the heavier man. 20 kilo weight advantage. And again, just fighting for position.
Creedy's really got to take Sam down and try and put all his weight on top of him.
Well, it seems like that's his major hope. He hasn't offered anything standing up apart from a good chin.
It looks like he's going for that single.
He's got hold of the leg.
But Sam's doing well to hold off.
Defending well, pushing down on top of the head. Not allowing him the room or the leverage. And again, not really a guillotine. He's got to be careful though where he puts his head. Creedy.
Sam Brown realises this is a 3-round fight, so he's just pacing himself. Doesn't look like he's...
Well, he's got the underhooks in there, just controlling really, not using too much energy, not exhausting his arms. Little knee there, just rotated Creedy's shoulders and looked for the knee. I'm surprised actually there haven't been a few more knees. Again, given room there, just a half-hearted knee and one low down to the thigh from Creedy. And that's the end of the first round. Pretty much a battle of the titans, a struggle for dominance and control. Creedy unable to get his man on the ground. And as we go back, we really saw the dominant moments of that fight with Sam Striker Brown doing what he does best, wild punches, and the left hook his best punch. Creedy, though, ate it up and continued to press forward, pressure his man against the cage, looking for that takedown. Go on, say something, Walkie, I know you want to.
It's round 2, Mike.
Just in case you missed it, for those of us with dyslexia, we always have a helping hand from the ring girls.
I think that was Rod MacSwain's cousin as well, so I don't want to say anything in case he comes after me.
Sam Striker Brown with a lunging jab to open up round 2. Creedy just backing up a little bit. Interesting to see how his fitness is. Eats an inside left thigh kick.
Hands are really low for Marc Creedy. He needs to keep his hands up higher.
No, particularly with a striker like Sam Brown. He's a little bit clumsy with his bridging the gap there, wanting to launch in. Creedy looks like he's got a good set of meat hooks on him as well, so he just doesn't want to give him any opportunity to get back into this fight. Looks like it's a bit of a breather from both fighters. Again, Striker Brown probably not so strong on the kicking department. His hands are probably his meat and 2 veg. Checks the kick and comes with an awkward overhand right.
Brown doesn't look like in peak condition though.
Well, perhaps not. He certainly looks the fitter of the 2 fighters, as now he's starting to take the initiative. Goes for the single leg, pushing Creedy up against the cage. Creedy defending, turning around well, and now reversing the position.
He does well to put Brown on the cage, but he doesn't finish it off. Doesn't put him down, doesn't take those legs out.
Yeah, not a lot of attempts to get to ground there from Brown. I think he's quite content for it to be in a stand-up position. He's got the underhooks there now, perhaps looking for a takedown or a hip throw. And again, Creedy now coming in, and a bit of a reverse.
Oh,
finally,
there by Sam Brown.
the ground. We've got a double leg takedown from Sam Brown, and he's held in a sort of a bit of an abortive.
Watch for the elbows. Sam Brown loves to throw the elbows from this position. Just push against the face and drop those deadly elbows, cutting the face.
Creedy got control of the left hand, but he's pushed up against the cage, and it's the right hand from Sam Striker Brown he needs to be worried about. Just shuffled onto his side. A bit of a forearm.
It's a love tap, Mike.
Love tickle right into the ribs. Another one. Just to remind him he's still there. Creedy now looking in
Brown
trouble.
into mount
We
position.
can't quite see, but he looks like he's in full mount. Let's see what he does here. I'll look to see Creedy buck him off. He's well up, but he's not posturing up so well. Just pressing forward. Creedy
doing well to keep moving.
Well, keeping moving doesn't allow him to set his knees, if you like. We'll get the profile for. And
Brown just goes straight back in.
Interesting there. He didn't try and take his back. He got given his back. Didn't go for it at all. Didn't stand up. So clearly he wants to go back to ground and pound. Really has Creedy, the shorter man, up against the rope now, or the cage rather. Not quite sure what's going on. Yeah, a bit ugly really when it comes to grappling technique. Now he's back in, pressing up, getting the underhooks there. Uppercut, left hook, right hand, classic combination there from the Strikeforce fighter. Creedy doesn't seem too phased, but he's certainly sucking in the oxygen.
1 minute left in the fight.
Left in this second round. Sam Striker, big right hand there from Creedy, and now it looks like Sam Striker Brown, who's the one who's a little gassed. He's up against the cage, coming back with a 1-2 of his own. Bit disheartening at times when you're...
They both look tired, they're smiling.
Yeah, let's just have a breather. We know we're coming up to the end of the round. I won't hit you too hard if you don't hit me. And probably a little bit of a burst with 10 seconds to go. Left hook, uppercut there from Creedy. Striker Brown really the faster of the two, but he's clearly gassed, letting Creedy, who's probably more of a ponderous striker. Nice straight right hand there, but Creedy takes it going back. Geez, he can eat up those punches well. Got a good chin on him. Wild left hook, looping right hand, misses its mark by some distance as the clock ticks away for round 2 ending. Well, if we go to the judges' cards, we'd be pretty certain that rounds 1 and 2 have gone the way of Sam Striker Brown as he looks to find a way to put away the very durable Marc Creedy. Well, a lot of messy action in this round. Sam Striker Brown got the only real takedown, double leg takedown. Gave up that position, they stood up, and then they went straight back to looking for control on the ropes. Nice combination to punctuate the end of that second round. The odd shot from Marc Creedy, who's not really a striker, he's more of a one-punch opportunist.
And it's round 3, Mikey. I'm excited now.
You excited by the fact that it is round 3?
It's round 3.
Well, it's the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship bout. Marc Creedy versus Sam Striker Brown. Creedy needs to find some gas from somewhere. It is round 3. It's the third and final round. Sam Striker Brown just needs to continue doing what he's doing. Not make a mistake, not get caught by the meat hooks of Creedy.
If Creedy wants that heavyweight title, he really needs to push the fight now. He really needs to step in and throw those punches, connect, take Sam down.
Oh, big overhand right there, and that one certainly had an effect on Sam Brown, who closes up the gap pretty immediately, pushes Creedy up against the ropes. And we're in a familiar position up against the cage.
Creedy really needs to fight. It's a title fight.
He's just in survival mode. Again, just getting the underhooks in. Nice right hand, left hook there from Sam Striker Brown, who does look dangerous when he starts to throw. When he gives himself room to throw, he looks dangerous.
Maybe he should just back off and give him space.
Yeah, well, that would be my advice, but he's pressing Creedy up against the cage at this point, and sometimes when you're a bit tired too. This is kind of a neutral position. Creedy kind of just reminding him he's there, but not a lot on it. Looking at Terry Hill for some reason. Maybe it was a thumb in the eye. Terry Hill, the referee, looking pretty closely. Just encouraging the boys to get a bit of action on. Now we see he's got his back there, the underhooks in a moist high-style clinch. Let's see if he looks for to go for a takedown. He's kind of doing himself out of position, though, putting himself up against the cage.
Oh, he takes him down.
Finally,
gives the top. Nice elbow there by Sam Brown.
There's more of a hurl down there from Sam Brown. Now let's see if he can go to work with ground and pound from side control.
Creedy's tired.
He's looking to control that arm. There's not a lot in the way of submission attempts there from Creedy.
As Sam Brown pushes this fight, I think he can stop him.
Well, let's see if you've got a bit of psychic ability, Wacky, as he looks to take control. He's in the full guard of Creedy at this point. Having another breather, these two big boys pounding away on each other.
Oh, picks him up, slams him against the side of the cage.
And that's really where he wants them to be, so he hasn't got any room to move with his head. Creedy thinking...
Nice elbow. Elbow, elbow, elbow. That's what I came to see.
4, 5,
the crowd's going crazy.
6 elbows as the crowd goes wild. Sam Striker Brown doing what he does best. Creedy looking to lock him up again for the first time. And he taps out.
Oh.
He taps out. Looks like he's taken a cut underneath his right eye. Surprising to see him tap out. Marc Creedy, did he run out of gas? Or was there something more to effect? But Sam Striker Brown retains his heavyweight crown. Well, Sam Striker Brown always looked dangerous when he threw punches and volleys. He got that takedown, pounded his man against the cage. And it was really just a case of Creedy being ineffective in the stand-up. He couldn't get any control on the ground. Sam Striker Brown, too strong, too powerful, and he rained down elbow after elbow in that third and final round to secure the tap out and retain his crown as the New Zealand Strikeforce heavyweight champion. Well, referee Terry Hill kept a close eye on the bout, and Sam Striker Brown, he looks tired, and he's saying, I did it with the elbows. And he looks pretty gassed indeed as he retains his heavyweight crown.
I would like to say first, thank you to Mum and Dad for bringing me to this outrageous world. I love you. Second, Carl Weber, you're a legend. Aaron Boys, you're the man. It's my stand-up. Rod MacSwain, it's good to have you, bro. honestly. All the boys at Strikeforce, you know who you are. Tap yourself on the back, because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Marc, Creedy, respect, my bro.
I took a bit of a jump up to take on Sam. He's got twice as many fights than me. Sponsors at home, thanks Lido, thanks Fightshop. The crowd shout on the bar.
All right, well done, Marc. Great fight.
Well, plenty of respect between these two fit heavyweight fighters. Sam Striker Brown retains his championship, but now we head into the main event, the Supremacy South Pacific Welterweight crown, the grudge match between Hot Rod MacSwain and Ian the Hitman Bone. Hot Rod MacSwain has plenty to prove after being stripped of his Rise Super Welterweight crown.
Obviously, I was gutted to lose that Rise title. I was looking forward to defend it against him. Actually, he was the #1 contender. They gave him one fight. He got the title from that. So it's only fair to step in the ring now and see who the real champ is.
Oh, look, that's between Rod and Rise. I fought my way to the championship belt, winning a couple of fights in a row, just like Rod did. Now it makes a good matchup for us. Let's fight each other and let's find out who's better. At the end of the day, belts are just jewelry. You know, we'll get in there and we'll decide who gets to have bragging rights.
Man, I've been looking forward to this fight for a while. I'm pretty sure he's been looking forward to it. Thanks for taking the fight. And I just hope we put on a really good show for tomorrow.
Let's share some violence and have a good time doing it.
Well, Ian Bone about to share some violence. He seems pretty up for this fight. It is a grudge match. Rod MacSwain not too happy about losing the Rise welterweight crown. Ian Bone won that after a couple of fights and is the current Rise champion. But he's come over to the New Zealand backyard of Hot Rod MacSwain, who we see coming out at Y Stadium.
And here's the crowd favourite, Hot Rod MacSwain. He's got a point to prove tonight. Stripped of his title when he fought for the CFC promotion.
Well, a bit of politics coming into play there, but at the end of the day, Ian Bone hit it when he said title belts are just jewellery. Only two men can decide who is the best champion, who has bragging rights, who is the top dog in the South Pacific backyard. Hot Rod MacSwain versus the Australian Ian Hitman Bone. Well, let's have a look. He's 23 years of age, 180 centimetres tall. They're the same weight, 77 kilos. 12-1-1. The Hitman, 11 fights, 11 wins, 4 losses. He's 29, slightly older and about the same height. And here we go, the grudge match about to get underway. Ian Bone, Hot Rod MacSwain. MacSwain, the local boy, Ian Bone, coming over into the backyard, and he starts with those big meat hooks and big guns of his. He looks the bigger of the two.
Oh,
straight
right,
left hooks
connects
to
with the
right
right.
hands. Hot Rod MacSwain, just a little bit of showboating. Nice little counter left hook, and immediately he's into the grapple, which I think is where MacSwain is most comfortable. He's a very technical grappler. Something going on with his hands there. Hot Rod MacSwain just looking at his hands. What's going on, Rocky?
I don't know. It could be a bit of Vaseline a la GSP on the gingers.
George St. Pierre, of course, and just in case you didn't realise that Ian Bone is in fact a redhead.
A ringer.
And geez, he's got a hold. What's he looking for there? He's looking for a Kimura. He's not letting go of that arm.
He's keeping it tight. Oh, he turns
nice
him over.
reversal.
A nice sweep by Rod MacSwain.
He's really got a hold of
Trying
that arm.
to crank it behind the back of Bone.
He looks pretty composed on the ground. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He's one of those kind of fighters who'll take what you give him.
Bone doing well.
Bone defending. Now in a cramped version of north-south as he looks to limit the damage to his arm, not to allow him any leverage on that Kimura. Bone keeping his arm tight. He does not want it to be turned.
Bone looking for an armbar there. But Rod's still got that Kimura locked on.
Yeah, what's interesting, it's the jutting horns of two very skilled fighters. And again, it's the defensive footwork of both these two. They're constantly moving their feet, moving their hips, not allowing the leverage, because as soon as you become stationary, you become a target for submissions. Jeez, he's continuing.
Oh, he gets his back there, Hot Rod.
He's got the hooks in on his back. Doesn't really look like he's got enough.
Bone
there
doing
for
really well to keep his butt up in the air and his head down.
Not allowing him really any leverage to go for the neck choke. And Hot Rod's still
working that arm, still got control of that forearm.
Ripping to it like grim death.
I'd like to see him let it go and start hitting Bone.
Yeah, interesting here. I think he's got something in mind. He thinks he can submit him. Yeah, it would be good to see him sort of softening him up, perhaps work on his position. Remember, this is, of course, a 5-round fight, the South Pacific Super Welterweight crown. And now he's on his back, just looking to get those hooks back in and flatten them out. And he's still got hold of that arm.
Bone trying to stand up, trying to pull out of that.
Again, butt up into the air, head down, trying to slide.
MacSwain's got good control. Good. He's bringing the arm right behind the back.
And he rolls out of that, Ian Bone. Good defence.
Bone looked like he wants to get on top, inside guard.
He's now in almost a full guard, although MacSwain positioning himself around on the side now. He's in a full guard.
Bone's safe now.
Well, Hot Rod MacSwain's one of those kind of fighters who's always looking for an angle, always looking for submission. Just saw him loop his arm around the back of the leg there. Brief attempt at a triangle. Now he's got the arm locked in there. And again, he's forced to react defensively, moving counterclockwise. Ian Bone had to think about which way was clockwise for a moment.
Nice couple of hits there by Bone. But Hot Rod MacSwain is very dangerous on his back. He can finish people anyhow.
Oh, big elbow, misses very barely.
Another slicing elbow by Bone.
And a little forearm elbow. Hot Rod just having a wee chat to Terry Hill. But he's very hard to hit when he's on his back. He's constantly moving and shuffling his hips, not allowing Bone enough room to get those meat hooks into action and to rain down. Good arm control, using his hands there to control the wrist, not allowing the leverage to get the punch on.
Going for that Kimura once again, MacSwain.
Jeez, he's got a real thing for that Kimura today. Just trying to shuffle his hips out onto the side, give himself leverage. And back in. Nice little elbow. Just to remind him that he can strike as well.
Bone returns the favour.
Trying to return the favour. Narrowly missed. That one was more of a forearm on top of the temple. No damage seems to be. That sort of scraping elbow, though, from the left-handed Bone. Dangerous for Hot Rod MacSwain. And he really looks, if you look at the size of the joints on Ian
MacSwain,
Bone.
bring those legs up, the crown. Look like he's locking something up.
It's looked like a reverse armbar. Coming out of nowhere.
That came out of nowhere. Legs went up behind the head.
And there you go, Hot Rod MacSwain. He had a fixation with that arm, and finally he got it. And boy, he's a happy man. The top super welterweight dog in the South Pacific division, the Supremacy champion, the local boy, Hot Rod MacSwain.
Ian Bone, Rise champion, and Hot Rod MacSwain finished him in the first round. That's amazing.
Well, this is huge for New Zealand MMA. Hot Rod MacSwain really must be going up in the rankings now, not only on the South Pacific stage, but edging closer to coming up against the top fighters on the world stage. He's taken out one of the toughest super welterweights in the division. Well, we have a look at the replay, and it really was skilled there. Cranks the arm and a reverse armbar, slipped those legs up, and it was all over for Ian Bone. Hot Rod MacSwain, just so skilled, always dangerous on the ground. So let's go down and talk to Richie Hardcore and the man himself, Hot Rod MacSwain.
I'm here with the obviously elated Hot Rod MacSwain. Rod, how are you feeling right now?
Pretty damn good, Richie.
Now in the fight, you were threatening with submissions early, but Ian did get on top. He threw some nasty-looking elbows towards you. Did you feel threatened or in trouble at any stage during the fight?
Would you feel threatened, mate?
I would be terrified. I would be terrified.
Shucks, mate. I seen Ian fight. He leaves it all in the cage, and he's taken down some pretty good opponents. He's beating them up, so I was just hoping I'd be able to come through tonight. Just want to thank everyone for coming out, supporting Supremacy. Okay, it's growing, guys. We need your support. You're doing really well. Thanks to Aaron and Carl. Okay, they're running a really good show. I want to thank my sponsors, MMA.co.nz. Check out some MMA gear online, the latest gear. All the boys are decked out in shorts. Supplements.co.nz. Okay, get you ready for your fight. Pre-mix, after-mix, whatever mix. Also, Diesel and Loaded for hooking us up with sports drinks. Too much, guys.
All right, well, fantastic armbar submission. Congratulations, new Supremacy South Pacific welterweight champion, Hot Rod MacSwain.
What a superb end to the night, and it's been a good one. I'm Lightning Mike Angove.
And I'm Master Waki.